Hi, I'm Richard. I'm an award-winning production music publisher, and I've spent the last 25 years helping composers and artists get their music into film, TV, and advertising. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to pitch your music directly to music supervisors in a way that gets your music heard, even if you've never had a placement, don't have a manager, and have no industry contacts. To get help with anything I explain in this video, just click the first link below to find out how I can help you one-to-one. So if you've decided you want to get into music for film or TV, you've got two main routes. Pitch it yourself directly to decision makers at studios and networks, or work with a sync agent or production music publisher who will usually take between 20 to 50% of your income. Now that's quite a large fee, so some artists prefer to go direct and keep the full fee. But here's the catch. Most musicians approach music supervisors the wrong way. They send generic emails to a list they found online. They might attach MP3s rather than link to a playlist. Those MP3s might not have proper metadata. Their email doesn't mention anything about rights ownership. And when they don't hear back, they do the exact same thing all over again with somebody else. The truth is, the reason most people fail at pitching often isn't because their music is not good enough. It's because they haven't learned how to speak the language of sync. Music supervisors aren't ignoring you to be deliberately rude. They receive a huge amount of emails, and unless your message is clear, relevant, and immediately usable, they'll move on, because it's not their job to educate you on how this business works. That would be my job. Here's what you need to realize though. You don't need to reach every music supervisor. You need to reach the right ones, the ones who actually work on the kinds of projects your music is right for. If you make dark, atmospheric electronic music, you should be targeting supervisors working on shows like Stranger Things or Black Mirror. I personally write and perform modern classical music, so would it make sense for me to approach a music supervisor who was mostly working on shows that used EDM or urban? No, of course not, and yet that is what a lot of people mistakenly do. So how do you find the right people? Start with tools like IMDb Pro to look up who supervised music on the types of shows or films that match your style. Try TuneFind to see what songs were placed and who licensed them. And don't underestimate LinkedIn or Instagram. Many supervisors share what they've been working on their profiles. Following them and engaging with their content is often a more strategic first step than cold pitching to them. Once you've got a short list of supervisors, make sure your music is truly sync ready. That means you have fully produced and mastered tracks, no rough demos. You've got instrumental versions available, the metadata is accurate and embedded in the file. So that's the song title, the writer name, the contact info, etc. And there must be no uncleared samples, that's non-negotiable. Now let's talk about the pitch itself. It needs to be short, personal and professional. No essays, no attachments, just a few paragraphs with a link to a playlist, ideally on disco or perhaps bridge audio. When you're writing these emails, a short, sincere compliment can help show you've done your research, but don't overdo it. People can spot fake flattery a mile away. Make it believable, and then move on to why you're contacting them. If you don't get a response, don't panic. Wait 2 to 3 weeks and then send a short, polite follow-up with different body text and subject. If you still don't get a reply, then let it go. You can always reach out again when you have new music, but don't keep chasing. Whilst most people don't mind, some people really don't like receiving follow-up emails all the time. Sync is a long game. It's not about sending one perfect email. It's about building trust and relationships over time. Some ways to keep doing that include attending events like the Production Music Association Conference in LA, the AIM Sync event here in the UK, or the Guild of Music Supervisors conferences. Most events are online now, so there's no excuse not to join. And also join sync-focused communities online. There are great ones on Facebook and LinkedIn. The more visible and prepared you are, the more likely opportunities are to come your way. So here's a quick recap. Focus on music supervisors who actually work in your style. Make sure your music is of a professional standard and ready to license. Send short, relevant emails with streamable links. Follow up once only and then move on. Keep showing up and building relationships in the sync world. These are exactly the kind of things I help songwriters and artists with. Click the first link below to find out how I can help you personally. And remember, if you want to know what publishers want, don't learn from a musician, learn from a publisher. Bye for now.